Welcome back to the channel. I'm out today for a wee run with some mates and some different bikes today. We're out with the Scottish Retro Riders. We've got 3 Bonnevilles and 1 Royal Enfield Hunter. Yeah, and the sun's shining. It's a beautiful day. So we'll go for a wee blast around some of the wee back roads in Fife. So I'll sit back, relax and enjoy the run. The Kingdom of Fife has some actually tremendous roads to ride on. If you keep away from the coast road, for example the road up from say Aberdour, Burntisland up to Anstruther and Crail, which is a lovely scenic road, and it is the kind of tourist route to go, but especially in the summer months it's so busy with traffic, it's so really slow, it's not a great biking road. But if you stick to the roads that are more in the centre of Fife, there's some tremendous roads to ride on, and they're quiet, just roads just like this, absolutely superb. They're much more fun, and you can nip into all the scenic spots quite so easily. It's quite surprising how a single road could look totally different. I've came on this road quite a lot of times. I've always came from the opposite direction. But when you come from a new direction on the very same roads, it looks completely different. You come around various corners and you see some really nice views right down to the water, and from here you can see in the distance right over to North Berwick area in Edinburgh, and the River Forth in the distance. These are fun roads to ride on. Recently, in the last few weeks, I made some changes to the Bonneville. When I bought it, it had some really top of the range Hagen rear suspension, and I didn't really know what was in the front forks, but it's obviously been set up by the previous owner, who was much heavier than I am, and I found it was such a hard ride. The suspension was never being compressed. I had the spring preload, but it's minimum. When the bike was stationary on its stand, the springs were loose, you could just turn them. But even then, on its very softest setting, my body weight was never enough to really compress the springs much and get the actual shock absorber to work. So it was never a comfortable ride. It was the one area of this bike that I didn't enjoy. So recently I decided to go back to Hagen again, and I've ordered up I've set a complete set of new shocks for the back and progressive front springs as well, and these are matched to my weight, and the shock absorbers that I bought are more classic style which is more in keeping with this bike. And I have to say, it's transformed the ride. The bike is so much nicer. You can feel the suspension working, but it's really composed. The bike is just, yeah, it's great now. I'm really pleased. Wow, gorgeous day to be out on the bike. It's into August now, and it can more harvest season. You see all the combines have been out in the fields. It's a lovely time of year. This is so much nicer than coming up the busy coast road. And you come to these lovely little places like here at New Gilston, which is a pretty little village. There's the farmers out in the field, the combines out there working away. This little section coming through the trees down here is also really nice. It's a good road, got a good surface. There's not too many potholes. This is a lovely wee stretch of road, some great bends on it. Unfortunately it doesn't look like it's been long since it's been kind of top dressed, so you're still being a wee bit careful in case there's any pockets of loose gravel on the road. But it's pretty well worn in, I think. You can look right down to the River Forth over there as well in the distance, and all the wee Fife seaside towns that you can find right up along that coastline. But a great road, and it's quiet. You hardly see any vehicles on it. There's lots of places to overtake if you do come upon any vehicles. The whole of the east coast of Fife is a lovely, all the wee fishing villages and harbours, etc. It's got a lot of character. It's a beautiful place to come and explore. This is, I'm sure it's called Kilknocker. It's pretty, isn't it? Beautiful houses. A lot of wee Fife towns are like this. There's a lot that aren't like this as well. But this is a particularly pretty one. And it's just set back from the coast road as well, so it's actually quite quiet. Welcome to Elie. This is a pretty little harbour town. I would imagine we're going down to the harbour. Between Elie, Pittenweem and Anstruther, all three of them are really nice little harbour towns. Got a lot of character. Definitely well worth a wee visit. This is us going down to the harbour side now, and the wee beach down here, and it looks incredibly busy. The sun's brought everybody out. Yeah, like Blackpool down here today. Welcome to summertime in Scotland. When the sun does shine, it's beautiful.